Hello you lovely people, and welcome back to my channel, Philippine Life Through the Eyes of an Expat. And like the title there suggests, so you want to marry a Filipina? Stick around and we'll talk about it. I married a Filipina and I will tell you my take on it. Right, so you're thinking about getting married to a Filipina. You know, you might have met her on a dating site, or having a long distance relationship. And incidentally, apparently, long distance relationships have between a 58 and 60% chance of success. Apparently, with the research, I had a look to do this video, and that's what it says: 58 to 60% of long distance relationships are successful. So, when I came to the Philippines, I had no intentions of getting married. I had no intentions of having children, okay, because I'd been married before, got divorced 20 years ago. It was the last thing on my mind, getting married again. And certainly having children was the last thing on my mind. But when I met my wife, then girlfriend obviously, I didn't have the intentions of ever getting married, ever. No intentions whatsoever. But then as time went on, of going out and courting, and then we kind of started to live together. And then I didn't get pressure from her family, but they was kind of asking, not me directly, but my wife, so they were saying, what are you going to do? Just be living partners for the future, or are you intending to get married? Well, as I said, I never thought about it, ever, never. And as the time went on and I observed, and I think when you get a good Filipina, and I'm talking Filipina because that's where I am, I'm in the Philippines. So today's topic is just about Filipina, okay? When you are with a Filipino and you find a good one, they are like gold dust. And my Filipina, or my wife, I won't say my Filipina, my wife, Mira, she does everything which I don't even think about doing. I don't even mention about her doing something, and it's done. Now, there are good traits and some not so good traits. The good traits that I would like to talk about first is how they have a good sense of being part of a community. And what I mean by that is, if anything's happening in the community and this just happened, just one instance, 2 weeks ago, someone died here in this little area, in this barangay, and it was an oldish person. And my wife, they had like a meeting, and it's a meeting for the seniors, okay, and the seniors go down and they do a donation towards the funeral. So my wife went down there and she gave a donation. She didn't have to, because she's not a senior by no means. And she went round to this person's house and she was helping with the preparations, because here they do what they call, oh, I forgot what it's called now. It'll come to me in a minute. It'll come to me in a minute. But it normally lasts about 9 days. And people come and they gamble in the nighttime, play cards, and they drink coffee and eat bread. So my wife was there for the whole duration. And she was preparing things, making sure that, there was plenty of bread there, and she was making sandwiches for the people coming round. So they have a good sense of being part of the community. So that's one good reason. The second one is they always respect their elders. Always have maximum respect for their elders. For an example, when they meet in, they will bless and things like this, and they will not or my Filipina. My wife keeps saying that. My wife will not backchat her family whatsoever. Even if they are wrong, she'll just shake her head. And they are very loving and very, very family orientated. Very, very family orientated. You know, my wife takes my son everywhere. Everywhere. And she'll do the washing by hand. We've got a washing machine, but she won't use it. She prefers to do it by hand. And the washing, she's good in the Philippine culinary skills. You know, she's always cooking this, cooking that. Always, Stephen, eat. Oh, hold on, Mira. You know, no, you eat now. You eat now. I said, Mira, I'm not Filipino. I'm not going to die if I don't eat at these specific times. I'm all right. But she makes sure that I eat and things like this at the specific times. Even when I'm not hungry, the plate comes towards me and eat, eat. Now, there's a lot of people, right, who say, they stereotype the Filipinas by saying, well, they want your money, they are after this, they are after that. My wife has not ever asked for anything. And I'm not just saying that because I'm making a video and talking to you guys. I'm being proper serious. My wife has never asked for anything. Mind you, I haven't got that much, but, to give. And that's what, as well, this is a perfect example. I'm not rich, okay? So my wife could easily, before she met me, or even, like when she's with me, if she was that way inclined, money orientated, she could leave me and find somebody else before she married me. But money, she doesn't even think about money. She thinks about saving money, thinks about, she's very frugal. The change that I leave, like the coins, the 5s, the 10s, the 20 peso coins, where's these? I know what happens to them now. She takes them and she puts them in a bottle for a rainy day. So she's very frugal, very, very frugal. Good with finances. She's good at budgeting. And many Filipinas are. They are good at budgeting. And like I said, some of these people who say, watch the Filipinas with this and that. Well, yes, obviously there is some that are not so good and probably some that are not so good for marriage material. But the ones I've seen here with foreigners, like I said before, guys, I don't really mix with foreigners, but the foreigners that I do know here and are with Filipinas, some are married and some are not. And they've been with them for a heck of a long time. And yes, they probably don't air their dirty laundry in public by saying, oh, my Filipinas does this, does that. But they always seem happy. They seem happy and contented. And so, guys, don't take too much notice of other people when they saying, be careful, this, that, and the other. Well, your instincts they will give you the first warning signs anyway, if it's a good move or a bad move with that particular girl. But for me, it was one of the best things that I've done. One of the best things that I've personally done. And one of the traits I don't like, and this is for me personally, is my wife is very jealous. Very jealous of things that I wouldn't even consider. Things that would make her jealous. And there's one example. And that is, where we live, there's someone just bought a little bit of land, I think 200 square meters, and they built a house there. Only, it's like a little buy-high cardboard, but there's like a few women in there. And, a couple of them are good looking. And my wife said, don't you be looking over there? I said, what do you mean looking over there? I said, I'm just seeing what's going on. Are they building? I'm just, I'm inquisitive. So, but she's jealous. I know she is. She's jealous of the people over there. I don't know why, because I've got no intentions of doing anything, and they definitely probably got no intentions of looking at me. But it's the small things like that that make them jealous. And if you are already with a Filipina girlfriend or you're married, maybe they are the same. But this is a trait of the Filipinas. They are very, very jealous. Very jealous. And some people have these long distance relationships, and your friends might be telling you, well, this is a long distance in your own country. You haven't met the girl, or you haven't done. Yes, you come and meet the girl, and then you think, yes, this is great. this is great. Many people will say, oh, don't bother. Long distance relationships never work. They never work. Well, some of them don't, obviously. Come over here. See what it's like with this Filipina that you've been talking to for quite some time. If they keep asking you for money all the time, if they do keep asking for money, you know, with strange excuses like I need a cell phone, you know, one of my family's in hospital. And if this goes on for quite some time, then maybe that's not the one for you. Maybe those reasons could be genuine. I'm just saying that this is a few of the ones, the excuses that some of the Filipinas, you know, fabricate for you to send them money. But what I would do, I mean, I've never been on a dating site, guys. I've never had a long distance relationship or anything like that. But I think what I would do if I was in a scenario like that, I would come over as soon as I could. You know, I would, you know, check it out, and then I would spend some time here, spend some time with a girl, and obviously you will meet the family. That goes without saying. You will meet the family, and see what you think. See what the family's like. You know, see what the girl is like with the family and outside of the family, and spend some time here. And then if you go back home and you know, whatever. But in my observation of my Filipina, and obviously everyone's not the same, but it was one of the best things I did, and I was advised against it by my friends in England. You know, oh Stephen, you know, you said you'd never get married. I said, yeah, but I've been with her now for years. I've got to get married, really. It's the thing to do. And so you might have this as well, holding you back, guys, in your own country, friends, your family, relatives or something, saying, oh, think about what you're doing before you do it. Listen, it's not their lives, it's your life. It's your life. And if it's something that's going to make your life better for you, because at the end of the day, guys, you've got to think of you. You haven't got to think of anybody else, because they will only talk about you for a short time and then they will move on to someone else. Why should you sacrifice your happiness for the sake of other people telling you not to do something? You do what you want to do, guys. You do what you want to do. Don't take anyone's... Yeah, you can take in advice, but at the end of the day, you can take in too much advice and it'll stop you doing things. If I was you, exactly the same as I do when I come to the Philippines, people say to me, don't do this, don't do that. I thought, sod it. You know, you're in England. You got, you know, what I do with my life, and I'm a grown man, I can do whatever I choose to do. Yes, I'm listening to what you're saying, but what I choose to do is my decision. Right or wrong, if it's a good decision, brilliant. If it's a bad decision, well, I made a bad choice. But marrying a Filipina, guys, is one of the best things I've done. Honest to God, honestly, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. It's one of the best things that I've done. And I haven't looked back. I really haven't looked back. Yes, we have little arguments. Of course we have arguments. But it's not reason to go away from the relationship. And generally speaking, most of the rows or arguments that we have, I've caused them in one way or another, whether it's been unintentionally, I'm being unaware that, you know, that I've upset her for anything. But yeah, it's probably my cause. In fact, I can't think of a time when she has caused an argument. A couple of times when I've been out and I've been out for too long drinking with friends and I've come back and she hasn't been very happy about that. But that's okay, I totally get that. Of course, you get caught in the drinking, don't you, with your friends, and you just think, oh, it'll be all right. When in actual fact, it's going to cause an argument, which it does every time with me. So that's it, really, you know. Do what you want to do, guys. Filipinas will probably, if you get a good one, will make you the best wife that you've ever had. And many of them want to have children if they haven't got children. So that could be a consideration as well, depending on your age. You know, I mean, if you're old and, you know, the Filipina that you're with is is younger than you and she's got no children, she will want children. That's almost a dead certain. So you've got to think about that as well. And they Many of them love these, what do they call them? Well, half foreign, half Western, and half, Filipinos. The people here love them. Oh, you've got a lovely baby. Look, he's got his, he's white skinned and this, that, and the other, and they like that. But anyway, that's for you to decide. And of course, if you are very old, then it could be something worth seriously considering. But that's it. Get married, guys, if that's what you want to do. It's your life. Live your life. This is the only life you're going to get, and it is very short, to be honest with you. So, guys, that's it. Thank you, guys, for subscribing, my old subscribers, and all my new subscribers as well. The notification button, the like button, and please share the video, guys. It helps. It really helps. Thank you. I hope it's been of some use, this video. There'll be a fishing video coming up. I don't know when I get out again, maybe weekend or next weekend. But there will be another fishing video coming up of me out on the boat, in the ocean, in the Philippines. Thanks, guys. Take good care. Bye-bye.